pretty good for $299. Oh, sale price certainly not worth the regular price of $449. Oh. I wanted to try an Android phone to get away from the heavy-handed Apple Co. and their overpriced phones. So far this phone seems fine, battery life is good, camera is good. I do not use the fingerprint sensor so I cannot address the complaints I see about it. Not really much of a problem switching from iOS to Android. I really thought I wanted a Samsung phone and would have preferred doing business with Samsung over Google, but in looking at many reviews I see complaints about unwanted bloatware that can't be removed. Coming from Apple Climate. Used iPhone 4 and 7 for a total of 11 years. Back then, flagships used to be $650. Now it is insane. So I decided to try a budget phone. Don't like Samsung, bloatware etc. I decided to give this a chance. Read the reviews, I knew what was coming. What surprised me is the compatibility issue with @SIM. It took some time, days, to get it work. At some point customer service told me this model is not supported and can't use all of its services. I was preparing to return, then it picked up and now it seems fine. Don't know if triggered something in their system or something else. Users beware. There wasn't a surprise on anything else. I agree with majority. Decent battery and good screen. Poor camera and fingerprint. Got really warm at the beginning, now it seems okay. Not a fan of Android OS, but I am not a power user, using very few apps and does the job. Overall good budget phone at $299. Normally $449, but it is on deal at $299 almost all the time. As if Google knows the true value of the phone, but they are trying their luck at $449. I don't want a phone. I find I need a phone. This phone is very good for meeting the need for one. It's the right size for me, too, especially if I have to hold it up to my ear for a long period of time. If this happens a lot in the future, I'll use my Bluetooth earphones. I did hear that the January 2023 update messed Bluetooth connectivity up a bit for use in cars. I'll be getting a car with this capability in a couple of months, so I hope that is resolved by then. Unlike my previous Pixel 3a, it's waterproof, has an updated OS with improved features. The pictures are better even though the camera is supposed to be the one used since the Pixel 2. The Android Assistant is really good, and the shortcuts are convenient and programmable. For the most used features, so one can pull the phone out and be taking pictures in about a second now, and it makes much better use of the available space for the screen. The response is noticeably better than the Pixel 3a, perhaps at the cost of the battery life. The 3a lasted at least a week for me, versus 4 or 5 days for the 6a. There were more initial problems with connection reliability than the 3a had, but the 3a didn't have 5G support. Maybe there are still growing pains with 5G. I note that the 4G 3a had consistent 4 bars where the 6a struggles to get 2 at the same location, but the phones would use Wi-Fi more than cellular connections there. There may be some provider issues. I am happy with the phone itself. I like the earphone plug in the 3a, but strangely I don't miss the lack, and if that helps the waterproofing of the phone I am all for it. The new phone recognizes its orientation much faster than the 3a did, even though I do not have the facial recognition feature enabled for this purpose. Click link in description for more reviews.